What?
Wayno just crashed out on Dave East and finally drew the line in the sand. This was a long time coming because whenever Wayno did interviews and they asked them about Dave East, more famously his Vlad TV interview, Wayno will always play nice. He would always kind of like skirt the line, but it was perfectly clear that Wayno and Dave East don't like each other. They don't care for each other. They didn't end on good notes. But Wayno will always be respectful until he did the Vlad TV interview where he's respectful and he felt like he skirted the issue and didn't throw Davies under the bus. But as most rappers do, they still give you a call to try to police your speech. And once Davies called Wayno after this Vlad TV interview or like hit him up, Wayno felt like Davies was ungrateful for how charitable he's been to him.
What ultimately happened with that relationship?
I mean, by the time Paranoid came out, I was like, we weren't working together anymore.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we was having our differences. You know what I mean? Like we was having our differences because it was like, it just was certain things that I just didn't want to be around. Like at that time, Dave had a lot of homies. You know what I mean? He went through what every rapper go through. You know what I mean? You got 100 people. It was 4 people. Then it's 10 people. Then it's 20 people. Then it's more people than you could count. We had a situation one time where I got frustrated. I kicked everybody out the studio because we really needed to focus on making this project. And we just was having differences, man. It was this one situation. It's funny because I mean, Dave don't talk about nothing with me. You know what I'm saying? And I respect it, but it's still a story and it's still our story. You feel me? It's like I can't tell my story even to how I'm here today without him being a chapter and vice versa.
Right.
But it was one point where we was working on Paranoid. We was spending a lot of money in the studio. And for me, doing management, I had a tendency to kind of A&R my artists when I managed them. So it's like, I'm not only managing you, I might help you get a feature, or I might come to the table with an idea for a record. So I gave him a couple of ideas for some records and shit, and he went to the studio. And then when I came to the studio, I got there, and it was a party. It's a bunch of people. They not doing nothing. They just around, and none of these people were a part of like the core 10 that's together when we're on the road. Like it's different than the people that's at his house, that's around him, and when we on the road, I kicked everybody out. I said everybody. Like I told everybody to get out. And then he was recording or something. I went off on a lot of his friends because I'm telling him like, yo, y'all just let him do anything. Like y'all let him do whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that might have bothered Dave. It was another time where because I started my management company and I was turning into a label, I had other artists, but I had called a meeting between all the producers I have, the artists I have, and it was for everybody to have a conversation like, yo, listen, Dave is on, like, I got Dave, he's doing this, but I wanted everybody to come together to say, well, listen, y'all seen what we just did with his deal, y'all need to get on y'all shit so we could get y'all some deals. And Dave had found out I was having this meeting. So when he found out I was having a meeting, I didn't invite him because he never used to come to places on time. So I didn't want to be waiting for the meeting to start and he's not there. So I'm like, he could fall back from this because he was going to be my partner in my label. He ends up coming to the studio, he sits down, and he's upset that I didn't bring him to the meeting, but the meeting wasn't even about him. The meeting was for everybody to get their shit together. But I didn't see no reason for him to be here, And it was nothing to slight him or nothing, but he was upset about that. He was really upset about that. So we started having these differences, We started having these differences, and ultimately it led to him firing me.
Dave East still had a problem with that. He still had a problem with that response. To me, that's like the perfect response. So you know what Wayno did? Wayno said, I bet. All right? You called my phone and having a problem with me trying to police my speech when I'm respectful, I'm done being respectful. The next time somebody asks me about Dave East, I'm going to say the real. Yeah. And that's what happened, all right? And shout out to this brother, all right? Because, he just happened to be the first person who got the interview after the fact. Because when Wayno was asked about Dave East in this new interview, Wayno didn't hold back, bro. He told the real about Dave East.
Yeah. Now, you had a big impact managing Dave East's career. You know what I'm saying? It's people have spoke on like how hard you were going. People say you went overboard. For that situation there.
Yeah.
Looking back at it now, right? Is there anything that you feel like you would have done differently when it came to that management situation?
I would have kept it more business than personal.
Yeah, I would have kept it your heart in it, you mean?
I would have kept it way more, no, just my relationship with him.
Mm-hmm.
I would have kept it way more business than personal because I'm going to keep it 100, bro. I don't have no relationship with Dave East at all.
Zero.
No, we don't have no relationship. And just most recently when I did Vlad's interview, when I spoke about him, one thing, call me whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't a liar.
Mm-hmm.
That's two things I'm not. I'm not a liar. So when I spoke about him, he hit me and he was like, all that. And I'm like, oh, what?
Mm-hmm.
Me telling the truth about like my experience with you. I didn't throw you under the bus, which I really can.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what camera looking at me, but yeah, I could throw you under the bus. But I didn't do that, and I don't like. The thing is like with this rap, respect the white man way more. You wanna know why? Because the white man don't get personal with you. The white man don't let you in his home and let you be around his kids. The white man don't tell you how he feel about you personally or share personal things with you. And when you do that with it, get that. And then when they forget that, you forget the foundation of what it was that we built. So yeah, we don't have no relationship, and I don't even kid our relationship with that. You know what I mean? Because end of the day, I put in a lot of time for this. You know what I mean? A lot of time as far as work, resources. You know what I mean? Because I cared. It was two things. It was one was this. I was doing management. I had a couple of artists that I worked with that it didn't work.
You can feel Wayno's frustrations through the screen. You could literally feel his frustration through the screen. Listening to Wayno talk is one of the main reasons why I would never in my life manage an artist. For those very same reasons and those very same frustrations is why, bro, I turn down all requests. I get hit up by artists all the time. Hey, Flock, hey, bro, step into management, bro. I'm hot. Even artists who, for the most part, are on the verge to kind of get a record deal. I'm not doing it. You know why? Because rappers are narcissistic. You've never met anybody more narcissistic than a rapper. Rappers are evil, they're scumbags, they're bad people. A rapper will look at you and watch you spend all your money, take food out of your kid's mouth to make a way for his career, right? Do what you gotta do, utilize your relationships, put your blood, sweat, and tears into this, put all your money, all your income, all your effort into this, because you believe in the bigger picture. And as soon as that rapper make it, he gonna look you in your eyes and ask you, what did you do for me? How did you make me blow up? Why do you need 15% of everything I get, huh? Yep. There's literally no fairy tale ending when dealing with a rapper. Nobody has ever had a fairy tale ending dealing with a rapper, bro. Look at the people who blew up Lil Uzi Vert. They're not with him no more. Look at the people who blew up your favorite rapper. They're not with them anymore at all. So I understand Wayno's frustration. Wayno's frustration is, bro, I had a lot of things in order. I had a lot of things lined up. I put a lot of my eggs in this one basket, which was Dave East, and it was it was successful. It was something where it was like a building block, right? The Dave East piece was like a building block. It was a strong foundation. I was about to build other things on top of that foundation that was gonna make me rival the major labels. I was gonna build an empire, and Dave East was a big building block to that. But as soon as I was about to build this huge house, this conglomerate, Davies got selfish. Davies pulled the plug. Davies did everything to sabotage it. And because of that, Wayno is still upset and he's not letting it go.
And then I had one that I was like, all right, if I could get one to work, it's gonna grant opportunity, not just for me, but for whomever that is. And I could really build something off of that. And we built some real and at the point where we built some real that selfish ways is what crumbled everything. You know what I mean? I know like this is the first time I'm even speaking about this, and I don't mind speaking about it because I will speak about it more in detail on my platform if I feel that way. But I'm not gonna sit here and lie every time a name come up and they say, oh, what happened? Oh no, we just had our differences and we walked away. If you know me and my wife was together for mad long and you couldn't see we was inseparable at one time, and then one day we not together no more, and I say, yo, you say what happened? I say we grew apart. You're gonna accept that at the moment. Right. But you're gonna say, nah, it's not just that. Right. You know what I mean? Like that ain't just what happened. Yeah. And the thing with me and him was there was good times. There was very, very good times, but I can't talk about the good times without talking about the bad times because they're a product of one another. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna say
I tell people that shit all the time. People want I see the problem is with people always want to look at the big picture. Bro, the big picture ain't what count, gang. The small picture is. See, you can't look at the big picture without looking at the small picture. I say that shit. I've been saying that shit since I was damn the fucking little. I've been saying that shit for so long. Right? People used to be like, and then motherfuckers start understanding. Like, what you mean by that, Phil? Now I gotta explain. You know what I'm saying? Then motherfuckers like, oh, I see why you say it like that. Yeah. It's the small shit that count, bro. Because without the small shit, I'm gonna feel like you don't give a fuck. I'm gonna feel like you ain't gonna never understand what small shit is to even get to the big shit. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't gonna understand it. So it's gonna take for you to understand the small shit before we can even move on to anything big. It just is what it is. That just is what it is, bro. No matter what a motherfucker try to tell you or oh man, nah, you can get around that. No, you can't get around that. Yeah, you ain't getting around that game. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting around that, homeboy. I gotta fucking that dog right there won't shut the fuck up.
Oh no, he never fired. Yeah, that fired me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it to make his image look better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool on all these rap, bro, for real. The ones I got respect for know it, and the ones that don't, it is what it is.
Situations like that put a bad taste in your mouth for rappers, period.
Not necessarily. A lot of them have common traits. I think creatives, at one point or another, especially when they don't understand businesses, not this is not about dude. I'm just saying, period.
Right.
Creatives have a problem with people monetizing their work. So if it's cool when I give you a check, but then when I say, yeah, I gave you a check, I want some back. What you? I'm the one that made. You know what I mean? Like I made this. And I wish, yo, bro, as an independent media personality, I really wish that, not wish necessarily, but you know how great it would be to have a person come to me and say, oh, Wayno, I got a lot of resources. I got a lot of relationships. What you're doing is cool, but I can help you get to another level. And I'm going to give you that. And all I want is a piece of that, a piece of what you get. That's more than enough for me because I know what it takes. See, a lot of these, when you're not with them or around them, they don't think that you're doing anything.
Right.
They don't think that you have any value. And only a person that doesn't see the value in themselves wholeheartedly can't see the value in another person. You know what I mean? Like
fire.
I value myself and I know what I put into what it is I do. So the people who try to help me do something, I value their time. I value their commitment. I don't give a is making a phone call, a text message, an email to tell somebody about what it is I'm doing or to bridge that gap a little bit further. I value that. But when you don't value a person, you can't. All I am is a dollar sign to you.
Right.
And why am I getting what I'm getting? You feel
You
me?
know, shout out to my brother Danza.
That's my dog. What?
I told him I was coming to do your interview, and he's like, "Yo, Fred, he a solid dude."
I'm gonna say this, and I don't say this about just anybody. Wayno is one of those dudes, and I think somebody said this about Takeoff. Yo, if you see somebody beefing with Wayno, they're the issue. Wayno is one of those dudes that if you got a problem with Wayno, that if Wayno is getting hostile or disrespectful with you, you earned it. Wayno don't bother nobody, bruh. Yo, Wayno is one of those dudes who are like yo, Wayno is like a if there was ever a thing as a perfect Muslim is Wayno. Like, bro, Wayno is a family man. He's a Muslim, and he really lives his life as a Muslim, right? He's kind, you know, like he's just a chill dude, and he leads with morals and principles and integrity, right? But Wayno ain't really shy to give his opinion either. And I feel like right now, and he kind of explained it as well. And during his interview, he was at a point where he kept quiet on a lot of things. He ain't really give his opinion. Being in media, he felt like he was being held back because he was trying to protect relationships with these rappers, right? And he felt like while trying to protect relationships with these rappers, he was kind of holding back on everyday struggle.
Yo, one thing I learned about this shit, man. Yo, one thing I learned about this shit, and this ain't even, I ain't even talking about like social media and YouTube. I ain't talking. I'm talking about people in general. I'm talking about people in general, bro. You can do as much as you can do for somebody, bro. And at the end of the day, if they don't do, if you don't do something that they don't like, I don't give a fuck whether it's, I don't give a fuck whether it's give them a pen that you got. that they want, and you say, man, I'm not giving you my pen. I like my pen. I'm talking about regard. I'm talking about just something as small as that, bro. If they don't like it, motherfuckers act like you told them, hey, go around that corner right there. Hey, take this pistol right here and go around that corner right. You know what I'm saying? That's how motherfuckers act like act as if soon as you got them, hey man, hold man, hey listen, bro, I ain't yo, man, nah, we can't do that like that, bro. Now we gotta do it like this. Soon as you state that opinion, oh man, boy, you see where you see. I'm telling you, boy, you see where you see you see who motherfuckers really is, bro. And it's sad. That shit's sad as hell. It's sad. It's sad. It really is, man. But at the end of the day, that be you to think, yo, should I keep should I keep trying to be cordial with this motherfucker? Should I keep trying to treat them as, oh man, this my this my cousin, man. I love this. Oh, this my auntie, oh man, and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to in this shit, in this life shit, bro. You got to really play chess with this shit.
and other platforms that he was on. And now he's realizing, man, these rappers don't F with you, bro. Like, yo, these rappers like claim they F with you, but it's all fake. So now he's not holding back. So he's gonna give his real opinion about you, but it's not personal. He's in media, right? Like, I'm sure if I give an opinion on Wayno, he would treat like it's media, and vice versa. But let me know in the comment section, bro, what y'all think about this, all right? Yo, y'all think Dave East did Wayno wrong, man? Now, Dave East, for some reason, would not do like an interview talking about this. I think Vlad also said he tried to get Dave East on 4 times. Dave East canceled and then pretended like he didn't know that he had the interview until Vlad had to show proof. But let me know in the comment section whose side are you guys on, man? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video here somewhere on my screen to find out how we're getting really close to find out who exactly helped David murder Celeste.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But it should have happened. So, man, I don't really think, bro, running around just turning heads, and, I mean, not turning heads, rubbing shoulders with motherfuckers. I don't think it's like that. This the shit that happened. Some people don't want you to tell them that the people around them ain't for them. Some people don't want you to tell them that, bro. I'm telling you, I done been here too many times. Some people don't want you to tell. Some people look at you while you telling them that, cause you damn this. Cause why? This is another thing I tell people all the time. Yo, I ain't on the inside looking in. I'm on the outside looking in. So I damn to see everything that you can't see. Cause you in the situation. You ain't outside of the situation. See, when you in the situation, lines get blurred. When you outside of the shit, you see all the shit. Boy, hey, she got well, he might be got hey, boy, she on hey, she might need to watch him. He on what he doing, hey, man. You see the way he went, hey, he went around that corner, he came back, yeah, ain't you know what I'm saying? He down there, down there at the bottom of that thing for a good time. He what down there, what he you know what I'm saying? Hey, boy, hey, boy, she ain't got there with the gun, boy, it been a while since they been in there. What they doing with them? Damn, hey, boy, hey, she, hey, what's going on? She want to ride with you, goddamn. Your people feel like it, goddamn. Why she want to go with you? Why she go with you all the time, man? You know what I'm saying? You got it. Yo, hey, hey, see this shit. You know what a bitch do? I ain't talking about a female. I'm talking about human. You know what they do? Oh, you don't know what you talking about. Oh, you crazy. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. Man, I see this shit with my own eyes. How the fuck you? I see and hear this shit with my own eyes. How the fuck you gonna tell me I'm crazy about it? I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Please, man, go on with that bullshit. Yo, Jeff, what's good with you? How you doing, man? Yeah, man, fuck out of here. Man, don't try to don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. You know? But it's all good, man. You got to find your way in this shit. You got to start understanding. See, I tell you, once you start, and I ain't into all that 48 law, power, law, and all that shit. I ain't into all that. But what I do know, some shit do make sense. You know what I mean? Some shit do make sense. I'm just saying. This telling is going to watch, the boy. I ain't never heard of that, bro. What's that, like a Netflix series or something? What is it about?